Hey y'all, it's Caitlin, pronoun she, her. I'm filming in the living room because I don't want to take all this shit downstairs and film there and have to just bring it back up again to decorate for Halloween. So this is all the stuff. Most of it is stuff that I've bought for Halloween so far this year. And fully honest, I don't necessarily have my eye on anything. If I ever go back to TJ Maxx, I'm getting the skeleton head thing. I tried to go back to get it the other day, but for some reason TJ Maxx was boarded up. Like they had their shopping carts by the door and they wouldn't let people in. I don't know what was going on there. But anyway, I don't really plan on buying anything too much else for Halloween, so this is it. And then I'm gonna start decorating. So let's start. I think this was actually the very first thing I bought for the Halloween season. This was at Michael's. It was $13. And it came pure black. I think this was in a shopping video, but I hated that you couldn't really see it. The other colors were like pink. I didn't really want that. And so I just used some chalk pastel on the bat's eyes and wings. I used some white so you can see its features a lot more. And then I used some orange on the jack-o'-lantern face. And I actually used glow-in-the-dark powder for the jack-o'-lantern as well. So I started out with the orange, chalk pastel, and I put the orange glow powder on. It glows very well, and you can actually see what the hell it is from a distance. So that works. And then I know I bought these two things with y'all at Cracker Barrel. This was the ghost on a swing ornament, which I absolutely love. If you see that little hook right there, that's where it's been hanging for the past like month since I bought it. And that's where it's gonna hang again, because that's where I think it's just cute little thing hanging in the fireplace. And honestly, I might put this guy next to it because I still don't have a Halloween tree that works with what I want. So this is a little white ghoul that lights up, and the little crystal ball changes colors. As you can see, it's very, very cute. So again, I got these at Cracker Barrel. I know this one was $4. I want to say this one was like $6 or so. So around there, it was a little bit more expensive just because there's a battery. And then the other things I bought with y'all were these blind bags from Spirit. And I'm still leaning towards putting the Scooby ones just on my normal collector shelves downstairs and just putting the candy corn on the Halloween display. Again, these were the blind bag melts from Culturefly. They're really good figures. I really enjoy them. I'm hoping I can get a couple more. If I haven't been back to Spirit yet. If I do go back, I might try to feel for the Space Kook, because that's the one I want the most. But I'm pretty sure all this other stuff I bought or made off camera. I'm saving the best for last. So first off, I got 3 statues from Home Goods. Each of these were $20 each. So I got Jack Skellington first. So they made Jack, they made Sally, they made Oogie Boogie, and they made Zero. Jack was the one I saw first. Otherwise I might have gotten the Zero because he's my favorite. But this is adorable. It has his name on the base of it. He's got a little jack-o'-lantern beside him. He's got some gravestones behind him, and he's just absolutely adorable. I love this. I love these statues they make. They're about 1 foot tall. They're really good size. They're fairly cheap for being a statue. Like again, they're $20 for a statue. That is very, very reasonable. Okay, used to the Diamond Selects when I first started collecting were $35, and those were the cheapest ones. And now those are like $50. So to find a statue now for $20, I'll take it. And then I went in, I made TikToks out of these. I didn't make YouTube videos. So follow me on TikTok if you haven't already. I went in looking for this one day, found this instead, and then I went in again and I found this. So after 3 trips to Home Goods, I came out with 3 statues. So let's look at Tigger first. So I'm fairly certain these are the only 2 Winnie the Pooh ones they've made. I haven't seen any other videos of people finding like an Eeyore or a Piglet. That would have been amazing. and I would have bought them. But we have Tigger as a mummy bouncing on his tail. I kind of wish they put the name on these ones just like they did on the Jack, but he's got a full tree behind him, definitely giving 100 Acre Woods feel to it. The only problem I have with these statues, they're very lightweight. That's a good thing. I'm not saying that's the problem. The only problem is the paint job isn't very super great on them. But again, for 20 bucks, you can't really complain too much. And then we have Winnie the Pooh. I do have another gripe about this one. The candy in his little trick-or-treat honey pot, it just looks too Eastery to me. It looks like Easter eggs instead. But as you can see, he's dressed in a little skeleton onesie, which is absolutely adorable. I love that. Again, I kind of wish they had their names on their base like Jack does. But regardless, very, very adorable. I think I did show in a video though, TJ Maxx did have these for like $4 less. So if you can find them at TJ Maxx, they might be a little bit cheaper. But also the ones I found were even worse paint jobs, so I don't know. I imagine it's just random though, which stores they go to. So I think I talked about these in another video. Five Below is getting Halloween succulent Legos. These are by Brickcraft. No, not Brickcraft. Bricktech, something like that. I forget. The boxes are downstairs and I don't really care that much. So there's 3 different designs. So there's this jack-o'-lantern one. So they're all just meant to look like little potted plants. And you can see there's spiders going across them, which is awesome. But it also begs the question, if they were going to put spiders in the jack-o'-lantern, why did they make one of just spiders by itself? I don't know. I think I would rather have had like, I don't know, like a witch version or even like a snake version maybe, instead of just one with spiders if you were going to put spiders in the jack-o'-lantern. But this one comes with the full web and some purple spiders going all around it. I will say these have been hard to keep together. A lot of the littler pieces keep wanting to fall off. I may have to super glue them. And then the last one, probably my favorite, probably because it's also the most unique. Both of the other ones have that spiderweb basing. This one's different from the other two, which I like. It's the skulls, and I especially like the top layer of skulls because it looks like those little black flowers make it look like a little top hat on each one of them. They're very, very cute. This one's my favorite. Each of these are $6 each at Five Below. And they also have like some singular Lego style flowers where you can just buy the one flower. I think those are like $4, maybe $3. So if you have a vase, like I have this Lego bouquet behind me for years, it just comes with the flowers. It doesn't come with a vase, so I just made a vase for it. So if you have something like that and you'd rather do, that'd be cool too. Okay, again, I'm saving the best thing for last. What I consider to be the best thing. So let's move on to the stuff I've made for Halloween. So I made a Halloween pin board. Now this is just a very cheap pin board that you can buy off Amazon for $10. The only stupid part is because it comes in black and white, and this one started off white and I painted it black. But that was because this started off as my Christmas pin board and I painted it green for rain green for Christmas. But I have too many Christmas pins. It was barely fitting on the board. And so I just converted it to a Halloween. So I painted it black and I painted these spiders red and put some glow in the dark bats all along the edging. And these are my Halloween pins so far. I got some Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas, Yes Dave. I have the one you gave me. I have just some classic Halloween ones. So very, very cool. Random witch unicorn as well, which is cool. So there we go. I do have some more. At least Disney released a blind bag or a blind box set of characters in jack-o'-lanterns, and I bought a box of them from Feed Me Cookies on Instagram. She hasn't done pin mail yet, which I'm perfectly okay with, but inside that box is going to be 2 more pins to add to this, so keep a lookout for that video. it should have the next two Pooh Bear pins in it too, whenever I do another pins video, which will have Kanga and Tigger. Okay, so the next things I made were wall art pieces. So for Christmas, I used to buy these wall art pieces that Hobby Lobby always does for the Grinch, but they're heavy, okay? And what we do, we just Velcro it to the brick behind me, and they would always fall. And obviously I have stuff on the hearth part, and it runs the risk of breaking shit. And so last year I tried to make styrofoam wall art pieces, and it didn't work because the Cricut vinyl did not want to stick to it. But I found these light pieces of wood at Michael's and decided to try it. So I used some Distress ink. It's literally called Distress ink. I had forever and I've never used it until now, to make it look older. And then I made little sayings. And so this is a quote from Charlie Brown, or the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I spent the whole night waiting for the Great Pumpkin, and all that showed up was a beagle. So I got Snoopy and a little pumpkin right there. And again, I'm just going to Velcro it. And because it's so lightweight, it shouldn't break anything. And they even have smaller ones. This one is my favorite quote from Halloween Town with Debbie Reynolds. Being normal is vastly overrated. And I was trying to make it look like the jack-o'-lantern in the town square, so I found one that was really grinning. And then I have a broomstick and a little hat for Marnie, and then I got some little magic sparks going everywhere. I think this turns out really well. These little pieces of wood are like $1, and these larger ones are $4, so very affordable. And then I was going through my supplies because I finally cleaned over there. And I found some wooden coasters. I'm pretty sure I was going to use these to make like little environments. And I still have 2 of them, so I might do that. But I've made this little Hocus Pocus sign, and you can see I put bats and spiders and skulls, and I made even little, not even, I didn't make them. They're little erasers that I had, a black hat for Binks. And then the last thing I made, and this one you can really tell, you might have been able to tell on the others. For some reason the vinyl still didn't want to stick very well, and so there's some wrinkles to it, but it looks fine from a distance, okay? So this one is Oogie Boogie. This one, like the actual design that I made on Cricut had like just bats going all around it, but I could not get them to stick and they were too fragile. You can see this one looks really derpy because it tore on me and I was trying to fix it. So I just put these 3D ones on it to fill in the gaps. So again, all of these are just going to be Velcroed to the brick, along with the spiders that I put out every year to crawl around the brick. So I think this is going to look really well. I do plan, I have 2 more. I have 1 of each of the sizes of wood still left that I plan on using for Christmas. So let me know if you guys want to make a video for it. Want me to make a video for it. Okay, the very last thing. Because it's become a running joke in the house now, essentially. This was one of the first things I bought for Halloween. Like literally, I think it was the second thing I bought. No, I bought this after the ornaments. But anyway, we went back to Cracker Barrel one day and I saw this online and I wanted it. So as soon as I saw it in store, I was like, yes. And I brought it home and I propped it up on the couch for when my mom came home. And her reaction was everything I wanted it to be. This is a vampire possum. A stuffed vampire possum. This was like $16 retail. I had some reward points, so it was essentially half off. But this is by Fiesta Toy Company. This is absolutely adorable. You can see his little red eyes and fangs, and he's got his little wings. My mother hates this thing with a passion. She absolutely hates it. She rolls her eyes every time. I've named him Charlie. Everyone in this house knows who Charlie is now. And I keep joking with her that this thing is sold out, okay? It's not online anymore. They only had one in store. And so I'm like, it's sold out. It's so popular. They're going to make Charlene next year, and I'm going to have to get this girl. I'm not kidding when I say this thing annoys my mother so much, and I love that it annoys her so much. I'm very much considering getting this like a Christmas bow and putting on its head and keeping it out for Christmas too. But I think it's absolutely cool. This is awesome. And I keep saying I want more Halloween plushes, so abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely, this was a must have for sure. Let me know which one was your favorite, and also let me know if you guys have seen any more Disney statues at HomeGoods. I know they made at least one Mickey one. I don't know if they made like Minnie or Donald or whatever. And again, I know about the rest of the Nightmare Before Christmas crew, but what character do you want to see? I really wish they had made an Eeyore. I really wish they had made an Eeyore to get like the trio in here, or again, a Piglet would have been cute too, but if it was a Piglet, it couldn't be at the same scale. All these are pretty much the same scale. Piglet would have to be about half the size. But anyway, let me know which one was your favorite. Let me know what you've gotten for Halloween so far. The Halloween shopping videos are still coming. I might even put them out before this. I honestly don't know, because there's still some, I still haven't been to Walmart or Target to look at theirs. I still need to go back to Spirit, so there will be some more. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this haul. What was your favorite? And remember, like always, it's a community, not competition. I'll see y'all later. Bye.